MT, and I'm welcoming you specially to episode 1 of the Care Conversation. Now, are you a son, a daughter, a caregiver, a spouse, a nurse? This podcast is for you. At Sienna Medicare, we believe that elderly care is not a privilege, it is a right. Every elder out there has the right to receive quality care. And today's topic is going to be on what elderly care looks like here in Benin City. Stay tuned. Before we dive in, I need to take a moment because launching this podcast is a very big deal. It has been a long time dream of Sayona, and Sayona has poured in a lot of love, like genuine love into it, and now it is a reality. Now, if you are just hearing about us for the first time, Sayona Medicare is a healthcare company that specializes in professional caregiving services. We render care to not only the elderly but to families. We show up for families, we serve families, and now we are showing up in your earphones. So listen and learn a lot more. What is elderly care? A textbook will tell you that elderly care is basically providing assistance to an elder, but it goes beyond that. In our custom here in Benin, you see our grandparents moving with us, or children will have to start taking turns to take care of their family members, as their mother or their father or their aged grandmother. These are all forms, but a lot of the time, you see that these people who are actually doing this job are not well informed on what they need to do. They only just think that bathing and feeding, giving medications, that's all there is to it. But that is not all there is to it. There is a lot more to taking care of your elderly ones at home. Let me tell you a story. There's a 74-year-old woman living in Uselu, Benin City. Let's call her Mama Osas. She had a mild stroke and was paralyzed on one side, and because of that, her youngest son had to move in with her, with his family. Now, she has other children, but they are scattered all over the place. Some are in Lagos, Port Harcourt, even outside the country, like London and other European countries. The son, having no professional knowledge, was doing all he could by bathing her, cleaning her, feeding her, giving her medications, and all of that in itself is good. It was wonderful because he was doing the best he could. But the best he had was not enough. He needed professional help. Now, upon realizing that he needed professional help, he sought out Sayona Medicare. And when Sayona Medicare got onboarded with the family, there were a lot of changes. First thing, they recognized her diet and they had to quickly make adjustments to her diet. A physiotherapist was introduced and she started having regular exercises. And then her medications were also adjusted to the right medications. Now, Sienna Medicare works with the entire healthcare team. When all of these changes started taking place, in 6 months, this woman was moving. She was happier. And guess what? The son was also happy because taking care of his mother took his time, took his attention. He lost focus on his work because he was always concerned about his mother. But when he sought professional help, he was happier. His life was made easier because the truth is that there are so many families out there going through something similar, but they don't have the time to take care of other things because they are focused on taking care of the senior that they have at home. This is where professional help comes in. Now, I want to share with you 5 important things that you need to know about taking care of elderly ones. The first is dignity. You need to protect their dignity in the sense that they may feel like they are a burden to you, and when they are having these silent complaints or falls and all of that, you will not know because they want to protect the dignity. I mean, this is someone who was once the chief of a particular community or the matriarch of a family or someone who was in a very prominent position of power and now has been bedridden. How do you think they feel? You need to maintain their dignity by respecting them and giving them the attention and care they need as at when due. Another thing is safety. In maintaining their dignity, you cannot for any reason compromise on their safety. By safety, I mean checking the house where they live in. Are there any loose mats, rocks, carpet, nails, anything, any hazard that can cause serious harm to them, that can make them to fall or hit their head? Because a lot of our seniors are there suffering from so many conditions like this, dementia, Alzheimer's, and so on, and they may not even be aware of their surroundings. Take Mama Osas, for instance, now. She could not move. There was no improvement. He was just doing a routine that was not reaping any results until he heard about Sayona Medicare. And when we came in, we started doing regular health checkups, monitoring, feeding, social connections, because in Sayona Medicare, we value your physical well being, your social well being, and even your mental well being. These three aspects are very important to achieve health. And in about 6 months, she was walking, her paralyzed limbs were all functioning. Now, some people may want to say, oh, wow, that's wonderful. But that is not wonderful. That is not an exceptional story. That is something that should have happened a long time ago. Because if he had the knowledge of good healthcare services, of good professional services, this would not have been the case, because him taking care of his mother affected him. His business was affected, his own family was affected, because he had to spend all his time with his mother. He loves his mother, but he has to love himself, because the money to take care of her will come from his business. His siblings were doing the best they could, but they were not there. It was taking a huge toll on him until we came into the picture. And that is the case for so many families out there. People have given up on their dreams, their ambitions, because they have to take care of these their seniors at home. Now, if he had a professional caregiver, or he had knowledge of professional healthcare services, then he would have known about warning signs of stroke. Probably this stroke would have been prevented. If not prevented, she would have been working a lot sooner if professional healthcare had been introduced to the picture. Because senior Medicare will recognize five key things. The first thing we recognize is dignity. Now we will do everything possible to maintain the dignity of our clients, making sure that they are happy. Every day they wake up with a smile on their faces. They no longer see themselves as a burden to their family members, to their sons, to their kids, their nieces, their nephews that have to give up everything to take care of them. They will be happy. And then we also believe in regular monitoring of health of their health, where we talk about vital signs monitoring, like your blood pressure, monitoring your senior's blood pressure. See, I cannot emphasize how important that is, because who knows, if she was monitoring her blood pressure before that time, they would have noticed it on time. That stroke would have been prevented. That fall would have been prevented. Every episode ends with one practical step that you need to take. And today's episode, we're going to be telling you to do a safety walk. Now, a safety walk means going around the house, making sure that there are no loose rugs, exposed nails, or anything that can cause a fall or serious harm. Making sure that there are lights everywhere in the bathroom, so that at night there would not be any cause for falls. This is a wrap on episode 1. I hope today gave you a new perspective on elderly care. I remain NT. This is the Care Conversation. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button and share.